Been as good as Denny Hamlin.
White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. For Denny Hamlin to wrap up the $1 million prize in NASCAR's All-Star Race.
Well, he hasn't missed the mark all day. He's done everything that we expected him to do. So Denny Hamlin lived up to all the hype and all the expectations today.
Whoop their butts.
Third straight win at Dover, counting 2-point races and the All-Star. That's what $1 million feels like.
No, there's nothing better than $1 million. Winning the All-Star, winning any race, but coming to the All-Star race, winning all that money, you see the enthusiasm out of the team up there, and you can really sense just how much it means to these team guys to be able to put their names in that record book as All-Star race winners.
Coach Gibbs to lead the post-race prayer for Chris Gale and crew.
Dominate team.
Hamlin came in here as somewhat of a prohibitive favorite and did not disappoint.
No, and so many times Denny Hamlin has been that favorite, and we've seen him do exactly what he did right here today, and very rarely does he misstep.
Well, look at all the layers. You talk about steps, qualifying, practice. He was really fast, unloaded another fast Camry, but qualifying, hit his marks, put himself on the pole, showed patience through all of the adversity that we had in this race early, put himself in contention and took care of business.
It is Hamlin's second career All-Star win in his 20th start. He won in 2015. Becomes the second oldest All-Star race winner behind Mark Martin. And becomes the third All-Star race winner to win this event at multiple tracks, as Kyle Larson and Joey Logano did. 11 years between All-Star wins, ties for the longest gap with Kevin Harvick and Terry Labonte.
It's also a hard place to do a burnout. There's no flat spot on this racetrack to do a burnout. Even that apron down there, Clint.
Well, that's what he's seeing.
It's hard to keep the car going straight. So,
well, he started the weekend spinning out, leaving pit road to qualify, and he ends it with a spinning burnout after taking the checkered flag.
He's got a long ways to come around here. He started this burnout in turn 2. Going to try to get it all the way around to the front stretch. As good a job as he did saving them tires, I bet it makes it.
Well, Denny Hamlin definitely understands the showmanship part of this sport. You hear his opinions on his podcast. You hear his opinions on the race series. He has great perspective on a number of different things that at very different levels throughout the sport, and I think there is not a guy that's more invested in the sport than Denny Hamlin, from his time, money, effort, and getting to do this on Sundays, to go out and win races and do burnouts and celebrate like a race car driver is the reward for all that hard work during the week.
Well, it's impressive. He's been in this sport a long time and arguably probably on top of his game right now like we've never seen before. I mean, he's as good as he's ever been right now.
There's only one notch left in that belt, and that's a championship.
It's coming.
He was within 4 laps of it last year, and this year he will certainly be among the favorites as we work toward the playoffs, back to a 10-race chase from the playoff sequence that we have had for the past several years. And are we going to get this thing back to victory lane in the front stretch or not?
We may have to go to him. I don't think it's running anymore.
Victory lane being set up here on the front straightaway. So we'll have to await our winner. Well, Dover Motor Speedway doesn't disappoint either. I love watching the different grooves and the different options drivers have every lap of this race. We're to gain time, all the ways to lose time, like the entry to pit road, and everything that has happened here today. And glad to hear from both Speedway Motorsports and from NASCAR that Dover is on the Cup calendar and for a long time to come.
Well, it's a great racetrack and one of the driver favorites on the circuit. And when you've been able to race here, you know that you have so many different options from the seat to be able to make things do something different, whether it's the bottom, the top, driving in harder, less, partial throttle. And you have to drive every single lap at this racetrack hard. But
now, in past All-Star races, they have had the winning driver stop at turn 1 and wait until they are ready for the celebration there at Victory Lane. We don't know that's what's happening right now, but it's a possibility.
I want to give a shout out to Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Zilich, and took advantage of this weekend and this race, this all-star race. It's a good run for their team, a good shot in the arm, good momentum as we roll into these summer months. A lot of different agendas you can use for the all-star race.
Well, I mean, we saw, like you say, we've seen teams that haven't been running well show up and run better. I mean, there's still several of those guys that were in this race today that didn't run well that I'm concerned about as we go through the end of the season. But